Expect early clouds and fog to sunshine on Wednesday. Good Tuesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldridge, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center, where you can see from the Ultimate Doppler radar, all the rain is gone. What a rainy day it was, and rather gloomy day it was, but all that has changed as we take a look at a dry scan. Most of the showers are back toward Mountain City and east of Johnson City now. East Tennessee's #1 tire service and auto repair shop since 1953 is Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair. If you haven't checked out Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, do so, because if you need an oil change, maybe you need your tires rotated, maybe you need a whole new set of tires, they're there to serve you. They're in Knoxville, Maryville, Lenoir City, Athens, and Hardin Valley. Check them out and tell them Captain Accurate sent you. By the way, we picked up 0.85 officially, which is kind of interesting because that's the Doppler estimate around the city, is 0.85. Had about 1.25 inches further west toward the plateau, maybe lesser amounts further north. If you head up into Kentucky, they had about 1/2 inch just along the Kentucky state line, just south of Barberville, and maybe just 1 inch near and along just north of Oneida. But some areas got more, some got less. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, or raindrop falls. Because if you look at how much rain Knoxville has had since the start of the year, January was above average, February was, well, near average, and March so far over 5 inches now, which puts us above average for the month of March. And I don't expect any more precipitation between now and Easter is the last day of the month. So we'll finish above average for March. Keep in mind how dry it was in September and in October, and parts of November were pretty dry. So we've actually come out of a drought situation. It's nice to see it's back to somewhat normal. The rainfall still falling around Anderson, Greenville, well to the south toward Athens, Georgia. Still some thunder strikes back toward the south and east, but not affecting us. They've got frost concerns in West Tennessee tonight. And you can see the snow continues to fall in parts of Minnesota. They've been buried in snow across parts of the Dakotas and Minnesota. Astounding, the totals that they've had thus far in late March. The total solar eclipse, just a reminder, the Super Bowl of astronomy takes place 13 days from today. 13 days away, less than 2 weeks away, for the Monday, April 8th time frame. Again, the spectacular opportunity if the skies are clear. That's the other caveat. You've got to have good weather to be able to see this, and the peak, or the totality, really is this path. It goes from Texas really into Arkansas, southeast Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, and all the way up toward Rochester, New York, and into New England. So the times are on your screen. If you are making that trip, be prepared for lots of traffic if the weather is clear, because we remember that event happened here around, say, Madisonville, where I saw it 7 years ago in 2017 in August. We look at these clouds, they moved out pretty quickly. Astoundingly so, right? I called it a partly to mostly cloudy sky tonight because there may still be a spot of rain that may reappear, especially east of Knox County before sunrise tomorrow. But all that moisture is trying to leave, and some fog will form. But our almanac, our high temperature today hit 62. That occurred very early today at 6:03. I was expecting 64. We didn't quite get there. But 56 was our afternoon low, as it were. That should be 5:23 p.m. because that's when it actually happened, was in the afternoon, not in the morning. Yeah, that's a p.m., 5:23 p.m., that's a typo. But the peak wind gust was 42 miles per hour, and that occurred at 1:36 a.m., and we officially received 0.85. You look at the high temperatures today, 62 in Knoxville, 63 in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Morristown not reporting, but they were around 59, Athens about 63. So there were some warm numbers, relatively speaking, and cooler numbers, but the rain made it certainly feel rather gloomy. Normal high this time of year is about 64. You look at the temperatures around the state, they hit 70 today in Nashville, and only 59 in Memphis. So there was some temperature variance all across the neighboring states. Headlines, we're talking about early clouds of sun and fog tomorrow, early clouds and fog. And then the sun will pop out like it did abruptly late today. Mostly sunny Thursday, and then bright sunshine on Good Friday, which of course is this upcoming Friday. Storm Prediction Center talking about some concerns for isolated severe storms. 2 areas, if you have family near Dallas or Waco, Texas, that green area would suggest isolated severe storms. And if you're in Florida, we're looking at Jacksonville, Gainesville, just north of Orlando, could have some isolated severe storms there. Knoxville looking pretty quiet, and then severe risk for Thursday. Looks like this. We've got just some general thunderstorms down toward Florida along the coast, but pretty quiet because we've got more sunshine expected here. So let me show you how different things will get. Now, we will be getting colder. I'm expecting some frost early Friday morning. That's Good Friday. We should be around 36 degrees. Now, that's Friday. Now, you can see some of the cold air in blue. It does begin to move across the Great Lakes. There's Thursday night. Friday morning, we're going to cool rapidly into about 36 degrees. Now, once we move into Easter, you're going to think spring has sprung because we're in the low to mid 70s as we head into the weekend, upper 70s for a while. It's toasty warm. But then all of a sudden, something interesting happens on or about around the early part of April. Watch what I'm talking about. Colder air tries to move in, okay, but it's really this spin. It's like these little southern sliders, maybe right around the time of the eclipse. Because look at this, kaboom. Whoa, that's an interesting little feature. Because when it turns light blue there, I mean, that's a critical level where snow could form. It's not out of the question. And if it's going to snow this time of year, it's going to do it at night or very early in the morning. I'm thinking like 1 a.m. to 7 a.m., prime time. Prime time for something because that's the coldest time of the day. It's the coldest time of the 24-hour period. And you get a little southern slider like that, that could have a little snow surprise. Could. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe, just maybe, Mother Nature has a few surprises up her sleeve because stranger things have happened. Did you know we've had 10.7 inches of snow in April in Knoxville, 1987? That was 6 years before the blizzard of 93, which gets all the reminiscent press, right? When you're going to reminisce about a spring snowstorm, everybody thinks about the blizzard of 93. But did you know we got 10.7 inches in April 1987? Is a true fact. National Weather Service does keep the records, and that's what I'm here for, to kind of put things in perspective. I'm not expecting 10.7 inch snow, but if we did get a few more flakes just on the way out the door, because I know it's technically spring now, but winter can rear its ugly head in April. It's been known to happen before. By the way, Futurecast shows this front moving to the east along the I-95 corridor tomorrow. High pressure moves across central sections of Missouri. We're going to find a beautiful day on Thursday. Thursday, of course, is Holy Thursday. Some would refer to it as Maundy Thursday, but it's the remembrance of the Last Supper. That will be maybe some church services going on Thursday evening. Then Friday, of course, is Good Friday. Got a cold start, chilly and frost. But then we finish the day Friday around, say, 67. Saturday, about 74. That's where I expect to be Saturday afternoon. And the fog. You mentioned fog. Yeah, here's the fog. This is the visibility as projected by some of the models. You can see there's probably a big old white blob right over the heart of the valley. So if you have some fog tomorrow morning, at least it's been advertised. There's 7:45 a.m. and it slowly will begin to break. But once it does, the sun will come out in earnest. The sun will come out tomorrow, as our friend Annie used to sing on Broadway. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, some fog, spots of rain possible, especially east of Knox County, and the fog could produce a drop of rain or drizzle. 38, my expected low tonight in Jamestown. If you're in Crossville, 38, 42 Kingston, 46 in Morristown. Wednesday, 69 degrees, early clouds and fog to sun, but sunshine will dominate the feature tomorrow. Milder as we get up into the upper 60s. About 67 or so around Tellico Plains, Madisonville. 60, only 60 for Crossville. 65 for La Follette, expecting 68 for Morristown, Dandridge, Jefferson City, and White Pine. Now, the Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast looks like this. 62 on Thursday, mostly sunny. I have Good Friday at 67, and as we round out the end of March, hello, April. It looks nice and warm to start. Maybe a few thunderstorms in there for good measure on Tuesday of next week as temperatures settle into the mid to upper 70s. I am confident that we will see a little cold spell. As we know, we have these little winters. You know, what, dogwood winter, I guess it's redbud winter now. I have dandelion winter. That's what's in bloom at the Aldrich household. But maybe you have a dogwood winter or something else winter going on when it ever gets cold. And we will get cold again as we move in episodes, of course, in April. Well, my name is David Aldrich. Don't forget, if you haven't picked up the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic, the best traffic reporter in town. I can't brag enough about Pete. All you have to do is search the two words Captain Accurate at the App Store and Google Play. Well, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.